Hello ladies and gents and welcome. So I have gotten access to an early copy of Libertad or Muerte. My Spanish is, as you can imagine, very poor. It's been quite a few years since I even learned any Spanish, so I don't think I'm going to do terribly well here. But here we are. This is from Avalon Digital. It will be released in a few days, I think it is. I don't know what the actual date of release is as of this moment in time, but I'm looking forward to it. This will be a game I will be streaming on Monday, the 15th of June, from 6 o'clock, so that should be really good fun. Excuse me. So I've only just started the game at once. As you can see here, I've only got 8 minutes in the game. I like to learn by doing, really. So, I don't know, maybe I have a tutorial. I'm going to leave the tutorial off. I like to learn by doing. Because it's one of these things, if I make the mistakes, at least you guys don't make the mistakes, then you actually get to learn as well. We have basic, voluntary, and expert. We'll give it a go with the expert AI. I think you've got to go in, like, head first, really, into the deep end. We do have a number of scenarios over here. I went through just to take a look at how this looks. So we have Bolivar, or Bolivia. It's either Bolivar or Bolivia. I can't quite tell which one is which. So the scenario covers the rebellion of the Spanish colonies of the Viceroy of Granada from 1810 to 1823 for a total of 27 turns. Estimated time and duration is 3 to 4 hours. So, New Granada. Interesting. We have the early years. This covers the rebellion of the Spanish colonies of Latin America. So this one is 3 hours expected duration, estimated duration. We have 11 turns. This would be the Grey Campaign, so 1810 to 1825. La Plata. And we have Mexico. The scenario covers the rebellion of the Spanish colonies of Viceroyalty of New Spain and Texas and the Spanish loss of Florida from 1810 to 1823 for a total of 25 turns. Estimated time duration is 3 hours. I think we'll take a look at Mexico to begin with first of all. You can see how it looks there. So we do have the Patriots here, lead the brave Patriots of Mexico and Texas and achieve their final independence from their Spanish oppressor. Or we have the Royalists, you are in command of the troops of Viceroyalty of New Spain, lead your veteran troops and show the rebels the strength of the mighty Spanish Empire. As you guys can see here, we do have the computer indicating AI. I like the little glove, by the way. We do have this representing the human player, which will be us. This would be if you wanted to do this as a player by email, which you can actually put into the options. Well, you actually just put in your email and your name. It's actually pretty nice like that. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. Now, this is early access. There's, of course, going to be some bugs. I've been advised that there might be bugs where it's probably better to just, like, save and just reload. So, welcome, sir, to the Mexico scenario. The situation in Spain has led to the people and some army troops to rise in arms against the Viceroyalty of New Spain. There are several key regions that we must conquer to win this war, sir. Please check it on the scenario sheet on the I button in the upper right, which is over here, the information button. These regions will also provide us with important resources that we need to maintain the army and recruit new troops. Okay. So Patriots are playing their first turn. So, there we go. So this is over here in the north. So, Napoleon in Andalusia. The Napoleonic invasion of Spain and the absence of the Spanish monarchy prepared the ground for a civil war to start throughout the Spanish Empire. There are armed gangs in several regions. It is the beginning of the Wars of Liberation. And it's 1810. It's a really tumultuous time, isn't it? For Florida's declaration of independence, the United States annexed it as part of a treaty with Spain. Okay, that's intriguing. Okay. So this is a card draw, then we're moving into reinforcements here. Cry of freedom. Okay, so cry of freedom. Right, so these units have arrived. Income. Okay. Tension index penalization, that's interesting. So we have Hidalgo Brigadier. Right, so we have some militia, it looks like. Okay, it's a rolling dice here. That looks like a D10 perhaps, or even potentially a D12. Could be a D8, but I think it looks a bit bigger than that. Right. We achieved a victory there, which is quite nice. Okay, so we have a Brigadier here. So eliminations 1, hits 1. Right, moving into our first turn here then. So we have a summary then of what has happened. So I'm going to point out, this is the first time playing. As you can see, you only have a few minutes here just to get things set up and ready to go. So we have Hidalgo. So this was in Mexico. The terrain was mountainous. So that's pretty good territory to defend in, really, isn't it? Oh, I think I did lose some actual militiamen. Or did I? 1 unit damaged. 1 unit eliminated, okay. So cards. Oh, so they actually did play quite a few cards here then. Okay, so former regular units join his side but lack discipline. Root from a deck after play. We have Patriots plus VP and TI. We'll figure out what that one means later. Right, the priest conquers the Fort of Sandblas. Following the Florida's Declaration of Independence. Okay. Well, at least we have something to work with here. So this is tension index, which is going to be intriguing. We have over here then mobile. Interesting. So we gain 4 victory points there. Mobile, Sonora, Loa, Sonora. Interesting. Right, so we have our first card draw. Let's take a look at this. Okay. I do like card games now after playing Shadow Empires, so I'm all up for this. So we have, let's take a look at this then. Cadiz, the last bastion. So that gives us tension and victory points. I do wonder then, do we want more tension? Does more tension potentially bring more forces to this, to the new world? And does it potentially bring allies into here? So we can see that the US is over here then. So Louisiana, Mississippi, Mobile. So this is obviously Florida, as you can see. So Florida is still technically under Spanish dominion at this moment in time. Okay. Can I... Okay. So it is a game where you can use the arrows to navigate. So let's take a look. Oh, that's very nice then. So we appear to have a fortress over here then. What is that? Acapulco. I'm going to butcher these names. So we can see that we do have... Okay. So this looks to be Central America over here then. We do actually hold on to quite a few possessions over here. We do hold on to the border of Veracruz, okay. We do actually hold on to quite a few possessions here still in New Spain. Indeed. The rebels are more so in... along the coast there. Okay. Right, okay, so we do have Cuba under our control then. So that's Cadiz. Or is that some distance away there? Let's take a look at the situation then. So we do have anchors over here then, indicating that there are ports. Do we have a navy? There's no unit here, interesting. Let's take a look at Veracruz. Nothing right now. Okay. So this would increase our tension and give us a VP there. A victory point. So that's a tension index here. So we have... Right, these are our resources then. Okay. Right, so that's our victory points. That's the tension index. These are resources. So, I will play this card then. So I think I will place it over here to be played. The Napoleonic invasion of Spain and the absence, yes, as we just read. Okay, so we have that. So we have lack of discipline here. Some rebel leaders and units cannot move this turn. So we have Hidalgo's army over here. Hidalgo. We have a force over here then. Elcar. So we have Santa Fe over here in the north. There are some more rebel provinces over here then. Sonoya. Oh, so I'm going to assume that these were the stars that should indicate victory locations. That's good to know then. I like the music, by the way. So, who would I want to play that on? I think we would play upon... I mean, this is it. This is Mexico City. So, some rebel leaders and units cannot move this turn. But does that really benefit us if they can't move? Because they're already in Mexico. Essentially the capital there. It doesn't really work for us, does it? There's no other rebel armies. Though there are some rebel armies over here. If we take a look over here, then, so Hidalgo's army. Hidalgo. I'm going to keep on butchering this name. You guys are going to have to forgive me. We do have a smaller army over here. And we do have a large one over here. I think it's one of these of... He's already in Mexico, so there's not much I can particularly do about that. So I think it would be better to play it... how do I play it? How does one play? Right, there we go. Ah. So we've gained some additional cards there. Let me see. Do I get to choose one? Or will it just be done automatically? Let's do a card draw phase, so maybe we'll get to do that after. Venegas arrives in Veracruz and assumes the position of Viceroy of New Spain. So that reduces attention there. So I guess we'll play that. Right, so that reduced attention there. So we needed him anyhow. Actually, no, this is Felix Maria Calija. Calija? Oh, God. Oh, it's worse than Japanese. Oh, no. I mean, this is a problem, because I feel like I know kind of how it's meant to be, like, pronounced. I'm going to end up going and doing it wrong. Ah, dear. Okay. So that's a card draw, then. So we'll proceed to the next phase. So we have reinforcements, then. Right, so those cards have been played. Oh, so this is reinforcement card. So I am going to obviously use this. Right, so we have these units arrive over here, but so this is our commander. Cavalry, we do have some infantry over here as well. So if we take a look, so they've... Right, they've been deployed over here. Wait, is this my army? Oh, that's my army. Right, okay. Good, I thought that was Hidalgo's army. Right, so I'm going to assume that is the main army there. Let's take a look. So Mexico, right-clicking by the way. So you can see that Mexico costs 2 points to move. There's no pursuit. There's resources being generated here, 5 VP each. And mountainous terrain. So artillery suffers +2 in its roll to hit. Up to 4 units the first line can fire. There's no pursuit round. There are only 2 rounds of combat. So we have mountains here, mountains here. This is clear terrain. Up to 5 units can fire. And then 3 rounds of combat. So we do have some options here. We could potentially defend Mexico as it is a mountainous area there. We can actually use that to our advantage. And we do see a Republic army over here to the north. I'm going to refer to them as Republic of Mexico, just to make it easier. And I do have these units over here. So this is reinforcements. I think I've gained my reinforcements here. So let's see, we're going to click on this arrow here. So yes, they've arrived. So this is going then to our income. So we have 9 there from the regions. So that's good news. So we have 15 resources. This is maintenance. As we can see that this is actually costing us, yep, so 7 here and 1 here in Mexico. Right, well now we have our purchases. So, can I right-click them? Let's see then. So we have Dragoons. I like this. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Napoleonic area as of late. So I'm rather intrigued by this, actually. This could be a definite... actually, I might have to pick up a book on this actual time. On this period, because it's something that I really don't know anything about, and it does seem rather interesting. So, can't quite read that, but they look to be potentially line infantry. So morale level is 5. Or are they? So I wonder here then, so green, does that indicate morale? Well, morale level's there at 5. I wonder if this is availability perhaps. Possibly. Or it might be their cost. I'm going to have to figure out what that means. Let's see. So you could only be recruited over here, it seems. You could be recruited over here in the north. You could be recruited here. You could be recruited here then. Okay. So you would be recruited in Mexico. See, I don't like the fact that this force would be given free reign. I don't think we're really going to allow that. How much would this cost me? Oh, we have more forces over here, actually. Oh, okay. Okay. So these are militia. Now, militia are very interesting things indeed. So is this the cost here? Is the 5 the cost? I wonder if that is indeed the cost. Oh no, that's morale level. Okay, so that's morale level. Their morale level is 4, and remaining moves 2 there. Transportation cost. Okay. So we kind of have a few options here. We can go for quality, or we can go for quantity. I think we do have a pretty good army there, the Royalist army there. But I think we could probably do with having more forces in Mexico. We only have 7 resources. So let's figure out how much these cost then. I'd like to recruit some forces in Mexico itself. That would be ideal, as one would imagine. Right, okay. Oh, do I not have enough recruits? Do I not have enough men? Interesting. Right, so I've clicked there. Okay. Oh, I see, I see. Right, there we go. So we purchased those guys. I don't... Right, okay. Right, so they only cost us about 1 there. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Right, so that costs us a little bit more there. We do have a large royalist army there. I think what we need to do is we need to have a strong northern army as well. So recruit these guys over here. It would be ideal if I had some more men here. Can I click on the province? Would that show me? No, apparently not. Would be nice. Wishful thinking. Right. I think I will raise militia here. They're likely to get their asses handed to them, but it's also... It is useful to have something here just to try and block them. Or at least force them to have to commit to some sort of combat. You can see that we do have a fortress there. I'm going to recruit a unit over here to the fortress, because that looks very valuable to me. I'm not going to spend all our resources, but I'm not going to be too light either on spending. So I'll go ahead and end the purchases there. So now we have the land movements. So we do have a large army. The best case would be to actually counterattack into the clear terrain over here. The reason being that we can see that there aren't... There's great modifiers over here in Mexico. I think Hidalgo... Well, as you know, we have the Brigadier over here. Let's see. Create a new stack container selected units. Okay. So I do have some artillery. I have cavalry there. Over here we do have a very large force, really. The issue is... This is a big issue. We are lacking artillery. But the artillery is very good over here. But the problem is if I move into the plains with no artillery, I'm going to be kind of up for it. So what I'm going to do then is create this as a new stack. Now, this could move over here. It will not be able to join with them now. That's fine. The rebel force would have to move through Mexico, and it would have to move through over here to reach this location. So what I can do then is I can decide to take the actual army over here of Galicia, and advance over here, and then at least we actually gain some time. That's the important thing. So I will attack over here then. Okay, let's move them a little bit further in there. Looks like we have taken the settlement here. Right, okay. Some units cannot leave the region. Move will start a siege. Right. Now, just in the same breath, I might have actually exposed myself to greater danger by actually being here in the plains itself. But it's one of these things of, what do we really want to happen? Do we want to allow the rebels to take key cities? Or do we want to actually try to defeat them in the, in battle, really? I'd say in battle is going to be the best bet we have. Right, go to the next stack that has not moved. I could move him to join up, and that's another argument as well, actually. It might be best to actually gather our forces together. So combat factors +1, morale level is 1. Let's take a look at our leader over here then. Morale level 1, combat factor +2. He does have 2 stars. I think that indicates seniority. I think what I want to do here then is take an actual commander. Let's see, pick him. I'm going to have him join this army over here. I wish I'd actually taken the artillery and kept it with me now. But hey ho. Right. So they're now within the actual city here in Mexico. I'm somewhat happy with that. This is the thing. If they come to besiege here in Mexico, obviously that's going to cost them. It's going to delay them, which is good. I want to try and present an option to them, which is easier but yet harder. This option over here, at least now we have another leader in here, which is nice. That should help us. I wish I'd had the artillery in there, so that's a mistake I could have actually changed, but hey ho. They can't move as of yet. I'll just have them in the actual city there for the time being. Right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move to the next phase, which is unit delivery. So this is when these units arrive. Okay, so we can see Mexico. And these are the regions here. Turn end, it seems. Right, okay. So we do have forces over here. The militia could potentially fall back over here to the actual fortress, which is good news. We still see these forces over here, then we have our own forces there. We see the US over here. Doesn't look as if they've raised additional forces. I'm actually in garrison there. Which... Okay, maybe not the... I don't know, not the best, not the worst idea, I guess. We'll see about that. Right, so the Patriots. Turn 2. So, they suffered a casualty as well, destroyed by overrun. Okay, so we destroyed that unit, which is nice. It's a good way to start. These are the cards that we played. Right, okay. We'll go over here then. Card draw. Organizes troops in the south of Mexico. Organizes rebel troops over there. Yeah, this is a problem. You're going to kind of go for like quality and quantity as much as you can, but quantity is a very important thing. If you can't fight anywhere, then you're not really... Yeah, right, their income isn't that great. This is what we're going to use against them. We're going to use our higher income. We're going to really push that. So we do have a battle over here in Mexico. They could very well win this. This is a problem. I'm going to hope that they do not. Okay. But again, this is kind of what we want here. We kind of want them to fight in Mexico. We might lose Mexico potentially. There is that chance. Yeah, we lost a unit there. So we could very well lose Mexico here. We'll have to see. So we're in the rally phase. Okay, so they win that battle, but I don't think they completely... Oh no, I think they did win. Not so good. We'll see. We've still got time. Right, they're somewhat outnumbered. We'd have to be quite lucky there for them to win that. It's not exactly ideal for them. We're in round 2. It's clear terrain, so there's going to be 3 rounds here. That misses, actually. Okay, that's not too bad. Looks like they missed twice. They hit there, unfortunately. Inflicted a morale hit. That victory goes to them, whether that unit survives or not. It looks like it did. Okay, so we have 2 defeats this turn. Right, so we're now at siege. And is this in... Oh, this is the siege of Mexico. Okay, that's not too bad then, so we still hold on to Mexico for the time being. Siege continues. Right. Interesting. Right, so the siege failed. Okay. Right. So as a result, we still hold on to Mexico City, it seems there. I can kind of say that for the time being. Like, yes, we had 2 defeats over here. If we take a look over here, he did inflict some losses against us. But he didn't outright take the city, and that's important. So that means that he's actually stuck over there in Mexico City. So we have that we can use against him there, really. So the Royalist Commander retakes San Blas. We have... Well, we'll go ahead and play this one. I'm not entirely sure where that fort actually is, but I'm pretty sure it's probably quite important to have. So play that. I can't play this as of right now. Okay. Reinforcements. Right. So this is Veracruz, where we do have an infantry regiment that will be arriving. Yeah, we also do have some transports, which is really handy. Having those transports is absolutely fantastic. So they've just arrived here. We have our income, so you can see 8 over here. So a little bit less than last time, but still decent enough. We have our maintenance, which we pay here 10. So yeah, we're going to be quite careful about how many units recruit. So we're kind of stuck with the amount of units that we have now. I do have my recruits over here, which is good. That allows me to move units pretty quickly. Like these guys. That's... Okay. Now to figure out how to ungarrison them. Right. Oh, it's a naval movement. Okay. Okay. Well, they can head into... Let's see. So I do have forces over here, then. Okay. I'm happy with that for the time being. Okay. Go to the land movement. Okay. Move them there. Right. So I can try and get them loaded aboard the transports next turn. So if I take a look over here then, so we do have our forces here. They can be actually placed inside the fortress, so there we go. That'll help them to hold out. These militia I'm going to have placed in here then. Try and hold out. Right, so Mexico itself is holding, which is good news. So we still have the actual city itself. The province has obviously fallen. We've taken this. There's these over here. So I do have the cavalry and I do have a cannon. Okay. I thought I had something over here in Veracruz. I might have... oh, it's that over here, in fact. Monterrey. We do see a large army over here to the north. We have our forces here. An idea would obviously be to push here. Not enough movement points. Are you kidding me? Oh, there's a force over here, in fact. So I'll have them hold out there. That's fine by me. We can hold out, and that's the idea here. We're going to hold out. So I could move upon here, which is a victory location. That would actually leave them in a bad position. I could actually enter the province of Mexico and actually bring the entire force to arms there. And that might be the way to go. He doesn't have that much of an army. We do have forces here that could support us as well. So perhaps we do that. Right, we'll engage in battle. Okay. Ah, damn. I should have had them in there already. Well, we'll see how it goes. Okay. What I can do then is I can actually move the artillery to the north and we can have it join with these forces over here. Have them join in together. As important as this is, I want to actually have our forces concentrated, really. So that's the land movement. We'll go ahead then and move into the battle here. Can I have these forces? I don't know how it'll work. I don't know whether they'll actually come out here and support each other. Right, so we have the battle. Okay, we'll take a look at it. So here we have the battle. Now it's mountainous, so it's not going to benefit us tremendously. But we do have reserves here, which is nice. We do have the infantry here, which is good. So Defender won the initiative. Okay. Where's my Brigadier? Okay, click to start battle. Units hit with a die roll 1 to 2, morale with a 3 to 4, the combat factor. So let's take a look over here then. I wonder if this indicates morale. We'll find out, I'm sure. Right. We hit there. They hit. We hit. They missed. That's important there. Especially as we have the numbers. We miss as well. They miss. Come on, we need those hits. They got a morale hit there. Okay. So I think this indicates the units have taken hits. Now, the beauty here is, yes, this is terrible terrain for us to fight in, but it's also terrible terrain for them to fight in. We do have the option to retreat, but I do have reinforcements over here. And this is where we can try and just use our numbers against them, really. So they miss, that's very important there. If we actually get a hit in return, which we don't, They missed. Okay, hit in return, please. There we go. That's important. Good, they're missing now. That's good. If we can get hits in, we don't. They missed. Good. Come on, hit. Missed now. Okay. So it's going to be inconclusive, but we do win the battle here. So he may be forced to retreat. We inflicted 3 hits, he inflicted 2 hits, which is good because we have a larger army, so we can take those hits. It's good that we pushed him out of the actual province itself as well, which is very nice. So I could even have these forces joined with the main army, and we could potentially march upon the rebels over here, in force, and fight them in clear terrain. Well, we might be able to actually be able to use our larger numbers against them. Now, this is not good for the rebels either, because obviously they've been forced out of Mexico. Mexico holds. Mexico has been retaken, so we actually gain those incomes back. And there are forces over here. This is actually held. This is actually, well, these are garrisoned. This is garrisoned. So he's in a tough spot right now. We'll have to see how that goes. Okay. Yes, okay, so casualties there. So they had a defeat. Apparently... Let's see, so 3 units damaged. We had 2 units damaged. We didn't eliminate anything, unfortunately, but they were damaged, and that's the important thing there. That's what works for us. Okay, so with the card draw. So he's moving into this income phase. The Patriots tried to institute a governing body for the Mexican nation, so gain resources there. Okay, they gained a decent amount. Right, now their land movements. Are they going to attack us again in Mexico? Oh, okay. That's actually really brave. Attack a larger army in mountainous terrain. We won the initiative as well. They missed their first attack. This is actually very brave. This actually really benefits us quite a lot. We actually hit the first time. They missed twice now. Can we get another hit? We get another hit? Wow, okay. I wonder if this indicates morale. Right. Hit there, so they're taking off the front line, but we have forces to fill that front line. We get another hit in there. Okay. This is where having the militia helps as well. They're not great, but then it's something to fill the ranks with. Okay. Nice. Not so nice. They, don't look so great. They're missing, okay. Missed. We miss as well. Yeah, again, okay. They win that? Was that because they had more hits? Okay. Okay. So they're going to try and siege us down now. A little bit surprising there. Looks like they didn't get any real modifiers there. Siege continues. Continues. Oh, we aren't taking hits here. Oh, they succeeded in the siege. God damn it. Well, that turned around, didn't it? That turned around rather unexpectedly. I was thinking, oh, right, we're in a good position here. Well, in fact, no, not really. Yeah, it doesn't help either. But, oh, I can actually use this to move around. That's nice. It looks like he actually inflicted eliminations on us, which is not ideal. Right. So these are... What's going on with the colour of these regions? Are they potentially regions that might turn? Oh, I like how you can see on the map over here. That's quite nice. Huh. Well, that went rather unexpectedly. Then again, I could have helped myself by having the bloody cannon. That would have been nice. We'll see. We'll still have time. Right. Up to 2 royalist units get +1 morale in these combat. Let's go for maneuver surprises the enemy and they receive a hit before the combat occurs, which is nice. So this is card draw. So I can't use them yet anyhow. Move to income. Wow, only 5 this turn. Jeez, that's not long. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Yeah. Select units and pay their maintenance. That's not exactly ideal. Right, okay. Pay their maintenance. So stack receives a hit then. Jeez, that's rough. Yes, you can see that you've got to be really quite careful with that cash when it seems. And the purchases. No movement's okay. I guess there. Go to the next phase. Interesting. Enemy stack overrun. Nice, okay, so I've been able to retake that. Can't move you right now, but at least we've taken that. Okay, so we have that there. I think we combine forces, and even if we have to wait until next, so some units can leave. I think what we'll do then is we'll wait until our forces are ready. Looks like they're going to be attacking me over here, then it seems. Okay. So I still have 2 cards I can play in the future, so that's not too bad. We'll see what happens here then. Let the beginner decide, essentially. Right, okay, the game's definitely interesting. Yes, quite a turn there, really. Not a good turn for us, not a good turn. Okay, doesn't look like they had much. Yeah, it's turned around with the income, hasn't it? Definitely turned around there. Right, so they can move faster. Okay. Enemy stacks up as 1 impact. Oof. So it's desertions. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Oh, so that's a hit so they can take them. Okay. Right. Cards. Okay. Card draw. Never quite turned there. Okay. Long live the Constitution. Royal escape +1, +1. Okay. So we'll go with that. Play that. The Constitution of 1812 is promulgated by the Spanish General Council meeting extraordinarily in Cadiz on March 19th, 1812. The Constitution establishes sovereignty in the nation and not in the king. A constitutional monarchy, the separation of powers, the limitation of powers of the king, indirect mail, universal suffrage, freedom of the press, freedom of industry, property rights. Wow, pretty nice. In addition, it grants Spanish citizenship to all those in any territory of the Spanish crown. Initially, I think, essentially found in a single country, including the Americas, Africa, and Asia provinces. Interesting. That's cool. Very interesting. So I do have another card up here. Yeah, so I can't afford that. So we're going to be quite careful with our resources then. So I've learned quite a lot there. So if I take a look at Mexico, Mexico is not that powerful in terms of actual forces there. They're moving south. I think it'd be a good time to just, retake Mexico, especially as we need to pay this maintenance. And right now, I can pay it. Okay, thank God for that. Right. Okay, naval movement. Apparently not worth jack. Right, land movement. I guess maybe not the best idea to have them here. Unless I can get the navy over there. I'll have to try that next. Not very likely. Just a large force. We do have artillery. We should be able to retake Mexico, no problem. Okay. Retake the region. If only we had the US on our side. That would be ideal. Okay. So I could play these cards. Oh, these cards are going to be played then, it seems. Oh, that's what they used. Okay. So we proceed to the next phase. So this is the battle over here. So the Royalists versus the Patriots. I think we can win this. I'm pretty sure we can win this. I'd be surprised if we couldn't. So we'll go for battle. Right. Yeah, they just got the one unit there. We do have artillery as well, which is nice. I should have had the artillery. I ended up doing myself in by not having the artillery. So up to 2 Royalist units get +1 in morale. I'm not particularly... I don't even want to play it. Don't even want to play it. Damn it. Oh well. Maybe you just have to use them. It'll come in handy, I guess. There we go. Hits. Hits. Yeah, they're gone now, pretty much. There we go. We win. Take that VP. We'll take the city as well, essentially. Elimination. Ideally soon. So we have the next part of the battle here, which is the siege. And we do have artillery, so it should... Yeah, well, there we go. There we go. Okay. So we retake Mexico, which is important, which is very important. And we do have our artillery, which is good. But we do kind of have the actual rebel forces cut off here. Now, what I'd probably want to do is actually push against this rebel force over here. I think essentially what we want to do is wipe their men out. And trying to take it from there. That's not good. I mean, that cutting across there by section is not exactly ideal, as you can imagine. We'll end the turn and see how we go. See what the Patriots do in the next turn. Right, so they had a defeat there, which gains us a victory point, which is nice. Inflicted 3 hits, didn't take any hits in return, which is nice. Okay. Reinforcements. Right, okay, so we have units that have arrived over here in Louisiana. Those are American forces, it seems. Income. Right. They have a good amount of income. Lucky them. Right, they're moving to the north there. Right, I should be able to engage that force there. I'd be quite happy to engage that. I will end up leaving Mexico open potentially, but it's... I could actually... no, I could leave a unit in Mexico to make sure it has to go to a siege. But it's a case of, is it worthwhile? Because then it's like, well, I'm probably going to lose it. 1 infantry unit, combat factor increased by 1. Skillful maneuver surprises the enemy. Interesting. Right. Let's take a look. Yeah, so they're over here to the north. I could engage them, but I think it's probably better to engage them, because I could engage them with additional forces. I could even have this militia force move into Mexico to act as a garrison. We're going to go ahead and... As this card draw, okay. So income, let's see... 7, which is better, because obviously we have Mexico now. Yeah, so I can afford it. I still have 2 resources left, which is good news. No purchases. We cannot afford it, really. Right, naval movement. Can I move over there? Can I... Where can I move? Woo! That's fantastic. Would start a blockade. That's interesting. Am I at war with the US? I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll find out. Okay. It's naval movement. Land movement. Wish I'd known about that. Oh well. Right, start that. Oh, can't mix the navy. There we go. Move them into the capital there at Mexico. Okay. We'll engage here. So we do have our leaders here then. Yeah. The Brigadier, 2 of our leaders here. Let's see. Morale level 2, morale level 1, combat factor +1, combat factor +2, combat factor +1. That surely must help there in the battles. That surely must help. So we'll go over there to the battles. There we are. Clear the arrow. Now let's see, we are engaging here in the open. We're engaging against some militia, yeah, and cavalry. Right, okay. Do I just have to use these? I prefer not to, really. I guess we just have to use them. Which is fine, it means that we absolutely do devastate this army, which is a good thing. There we go, hitting, very nice. It's got 2 hits against it. Missed there the third, unfortunately. Morale hit. Hit in return, looks like they're knocked out. They miss. Yep, hit. Okay. Misses there, unfortunately. Yeah. Rally phase. Battle continues. So we'll attack. There we go. There's another hit there. Looks like they've been eliminated. Hit there, nice. Does the artillery get into action? Oh, very nice. All these hits here. And they miss return, that's excellent. There we go, they're gone. So it looks like we finished them. We wiped them out, which is good news. So we take the victory there, we gain 3 BP. Very nice. So we do take it. Is there a siege? Yep, there's a siege. We do have artillery, and we succeed because there's nobody in there. Right, so that's another victory point there. Okay. So I think that was worthwhile. I mean, some of these guys do have hits, and I wonder if you could actually regain those, perhaps. Well, okay. So we've eliminated some of the actual rebel forces, which is important. We've retaken Mexico. We've retaken this part of Mexico here as well. New Spain, I should say. New Spain. Yeah, so that's been retaken here. I could retake that. Right, so they've only gained 4 this time. That's good. We want to kill their income, really. If I can defeat their armies in the field as well. So they're moving upon Mexico. So they're going to actually lay siege to Mexico. Okay, fine. Right, siege continues. Also going to start taking hits, I'd imagine. Oh, they took a hit in return. That's not too bad. His army is actually pretty decent. And this is it. I could potentially engage the army of Hidalgo. And that might be potentially worthwhile because they failed there. They took 2 hits. That's actually really good for us there. The militia there didn't take any hits. That was absolutely worthwhile. Right, so we have our turn. Maybe if we gain some cards for battle, it might be worthwhile to march upon Mexico City. Yeah, so that took 2 hits there, which is a lot. So let's see, card draw. Volunteers arrive to fight for your cause. A unit regains its maximum power. That's really important. Is named the new Viceroy of New Spain. Interesting. I guess. Did I help myself or make it worse? I might have made it worse. Might have made it worse. I don't think you have a choice about that. Okay. Right. We want to find the guys that hurt the most. Yeah, these guys really. Yeah, they're better there with a combat factor too. Yeah, they're the best troops. No, these guys are the best troops, I think. So we'll have them replenished. Okay, there we go. Income 7 again. So we can afford that, so we have 4 more remaining now this time. It's very nice. Naval movement, it can do what it does, so I don't know what it does for us really. Okay, so yeah, this is when we have Mexico. So let's see then. We have the army over here then. So we have our brigadier. There's 2 other commanders in fact in here. We do have the artillery, which is nice. I think I would. I thought I had another card, but I might march against them. It might be potentially bad. Can't mix the enemy. Can I take the actual unit out of here and have it join in? I guess not. Oh well. Right, so they're just in there, aren't they? Really? Don't really want you in there though. Not much I can do elsewhere, so I just don't have the units. I wish I could bloody move that unit there. I wish I could do that. Now, this is going to be an important battle. I don't know. I don't think we have any cards to help us out, so we'll have to hope for the best. Let's go for the battle. Hope we win. It would have been nice to have had those cards from earlier against this. This is a good commander. Okay, artillery fire is good, because that at least gives us a bonus. Oh, they miss. That would have been nice had they actually hit. So I would have removed one of his units there. So we'll attack. Good, getting these hits in early is really excellent. Missing is not great. Okay, they're firing against a unit. I need this unit to survive. Right, good, they're missing quite a lot. We've missed as well, but at least we've hit more. Well, besides that time. Right, that hit their morale. Okay, so that morale is the number at the top right. So we've taken that unit, which is good, so that reduces the amount of units they have, so round 2. Okay. So we missed there, unfortunately. Miss. Oh, take a hit in return, which is not good. Right, miss there. Damn, take a hit. Right, we hit them. Miss them. Good, they miss. Miss, damn. Right, okay, so it looks like the battle's over. We do win here. Not quite as decisive as I would have liked, but we actually eliminate one of his units. That's good. So that's another unit down. Looks like they've been pushed to the north over here. So what I can do is I can actually reinforce the army with a militia and potentially advance upon them over here. It would be nice if we actually had some more units actually arrive. So I need 6 resource points for that. But that would good. That would be very nice to actually have, and I think I would have that available next turn, which is good. So we'll see. Alright, so they had to defeat there. I mean, we're actually gaining quite a decent amount of victory points, which is nice. So these are their casualties. So, destroyed during the Battle of Mexico, hit during the Battle of Mexico, hit during the Battle of Mexico. So they're quite good troops, but at least they've taken a hit. Lots and lots of fighting in Mexico. Spanish garrison and mobile. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I get only 4 this time. Gotta hit them when it counts, which is in the resource department. So they move to the north. Okay. Right, so we have our cards. Joseph Bonaparte defeated. Interesting. Cadiz income increases by 2 this turn. Tension decreases by 1. Royalists gain 2 VP. 2 ships added to the Cadiz force pool. That's good. Americana, I didn't quite see what that is. Alright, I see. Arrives in Mexico from Spain. Okay. Right, that's nice. Right, so that would cost me... I don't really want to do that, to be honest. Am I forced to do this? I'd really rather not do this, but okay, I guess I'm going to have to do it. Okay, it's not too bad, I guess. I could have it. I could choose where it's going to arrive. Okay. I think I'll have it arrive there. Right, okay. Validate, yes. There we go. Income. 9. There we go, that's what we want to see. Maintenance we can afford now. Yeah. There we go. Do I purchase extra units? I'm going to say no right now. I'm going to retain these resources. We know how important they are. So if I take a look, apparently I should have some sort of force, but I don't know, ship pool over there, but I guess we'll see that in the future. So they can remain as they are. Okay, go to the next phase. Plan movement. Yeah, so this is where I can actually bring these forces with us, really, which is nice. Have them move in there. Move to the north. Can't move as of yet. You can see the army's growing in size, which is brilliant news. Okay. Have them consolidate. So you see Texan forces over here then. I don't know how strong or weak they are. They're not doing anything right now. So we'll go with that for the time being. Right, and the turn. If I can push them into the north, into the plains, then at least I actually have a chance of fighting them on open ground. Even if we fight in the mountains, I have the artillery, which is an important thing. The rebels so far do not have artillery, but artillery is extraordinarily important, it seems. Doesn't make that much of a difference, but it does make a difference. Rebel troops in the region of Mexico, you receive a new rebel unit. God damn it. Okay, maybe I should have left a unit in Mexico. Oh god, wow. In a region of Mexico, okay. Well, he's having to spend cards here. That's a lot of units that arrived. Yes. Gonna deal with them when we can now. Yeah, income is slightly better for him. Is he... Oh, he's seriously gonna fight, it's okay. That's brave. He has a decent amount of units that are fresh. Come on, artillery. Yes, you inflicts a hit, which is good. Battle continues. We're still in the mountains, which is good for us. It helps us out. This is Hidalgo again. Hit there, which is nice. Hit again, that's good. Our forces are being beaten up, though. That's a problem. Right. They're actually pretty tough, then. Okay, that unit's gone, which is not ideal. Not the easiest battle for us here. Not the easiest battle, but we'll see how we do. That's a miss. Goddamn. Rally phase. As the battle continues. I'd like the artillery to do more action, but oh well. We've got a free hit, essentially. Ooh, okay, they missed. That's good news. So that's a strong unit. Good, that unit's out. Ah, damn. At least it hit the morale and not the actual unit itself. Okay. It's another hit. Oh no, we missed that. So we'll go forward. So that's a victory to us, to the Royals. We gained 2 VP. Yeah, so that's nice. It's nice. Need to recover our units, really, don't we? Right, yeah, there we go, there we go. Like, we had 2 hits taken, but we inflicted 5 here. Yeah, which is good. Well, we hit 5 units. Our units are weak there, which is a problem. Bourbon Restoration, that's a bloody big card to read. Let's take a look at it then. The Constitution of 1812, promulgated by the Spanish General Courts. Oh, right, that's what we saw earlier on then. So, what will that do for us? I do not know, but we'll see. You receive 5 resources, so war taxes. You receive 5 resources that start at the cost of 3 VP. Tension goes up by 1 or 2. So, those are my victory points. I'm actually doing quite well victory point wise. Okay. I think I will use that. Having additional resources is nice. Effects applied. We did roll that, so I think the tension's gone up. Yes, it has. Whoa. Yeah, there we go. So that gives us 14 resources there. So I'm actually quite well off here at this moment in time. We can afford to pay that. We still have a handsome amount of resources left. Yes, that's our resources right now. That's the tension level. That is our victory point level. So we did spend 3 of those victory points. They've been hard won. But it's looking worthwhile. And let's see. So we do have the main army over here, but I do have a smaller force over here that I can potentially engage in battle. The issue is they're progressively becoming hurt. I wonder if I could have them actually support me via cannon. That'd be nice, but I don't imagine it's going to happen. Right. I'd actually overrun that stack. Wow. That'd be really important there. So we've overrun them. So they're just gone. That's big news. Can't move in there anyway. That's pretty big. I wish I could move them off the island, because those guys would be nice. But hey ho. Right, turn end. That's good there. Right, for him to lose those forces is not exactly ideal. Yeah, so he lost a commander there. Yeah, destroyed by overrun. They were destroyed. So he's had 2 units eliminated, a commander eliminated as well, which is not exactly ideal for him at all, really. Very nice for us. Right, the Patriots' Right Constitution element. Okay. Slavery abolished. Okay. USA and Great Britain signed a peace treaty. The War of 1812 card is now cancelled. Ah. Damn. That might have been useful for us. So it looks like the US isn't going to be as distracted now. So they gain another unit. He's having to use a lot of cards though. I mean, you look at how many cards he had last turn. How many units he brought in and he's lost some of those. Okay, on RP, so that's resource points. Okay, so he's got 6 this turn. Yeah, he's thinking crap, I'm getting screwed here. So they've moved back to where I was, okay. Right. Let's see. Card draw. Some battle cards would be nice. No Spanish regular units. Oh, veteran officers, okay. One land unit has its combat factor increased in this battle. Well, that's all right. Oh, we've got a new commander there. Interesting. What was that? In this... Oh, in a friendly region. I can't use it right now, it seems. So that's a card draw. Reinforcements. Ah, there we go. So I could even bring these guys, so I'd actually gain... Wow, I actually gain quite a few regiments there. So I think we do that. So I've used that, I'll use that as well then. Yeah, that's a lot of units that just arrived in right now. So we are gaining some real force now. But you can see the war is increasing in intensity. We need to defeat the army of Hidalgo. But, yeah, I mean this is it. I could potentially... I don't know, it's one of these of... the large armies are effective, but I do need to be more than one place really. But I think it's worthwhile to support the main army here. I mean, that could act as a second army for us, really, if we wanted to. Just something to work with. So 9 resources this turn. Maintenance we'll have to pay, which is obviously going to cost us. Right, there we go. No purchases. Unless there's any cannon, which would be potentially worthwhile. Nope. Naval movement. Naval does what naval does. Naval can wait there. I guess I will blockade. It seems to be the only thing I can do with you right now. Okay. We do have a very large army now. Good few commanders in here, which should ideally help us out greatly. He looks to be a pretty decent commander. Yep, combat factor +2. I do have that, so 1 land unit increases its combat factor. It may be potentially worthwhile to attack the main army. I think we might go for it. Yes, we do have some units being up, but we have actually reinforced this turn. We've got a much larger army. So let's see if we can push the tides against him and actually fight this. We do have a card to play in the battle as well, which is nice. Apparently I don't get to use. Right, artillery fire, please hit. Yes, that's what I want to see there. See, we have a lot of forces here. This is a big front line. So we do have a lot of units. He does have a lot of units here that are pretty fresh, but we're going to try and destroy them here. We'll see. We might get very lucky. We'll have to hope for the best. Or at least we have fresh units, which is important. They're not very strong. We are inflicting a lot of morale here. If that's good. Right, round 2. Right, let's see. That unit's gone, that's important. That's a big unit gone as well, which is nice. Yeah, taking that. There we go, hits. Hits are plenty. They missed. That's looking good for us so far, and we have victory once again. That's what I want to see there. So 2 hits each. Am I pushed out? Wait, did I misread that? Was that my victory or their victory? Interesting. I'm the one over here. Okay. As you do. Who won that? Oh, did they win that? Fair enough. Fair enough. I read it as me winning. Oh well. We didn't lose anything, which is good. We inflicted some damage against him, which is also good. Interesting. Right. They've only gained 5. Land movement. Will they attack me? I hope they do. Invades Florida. He does have a lot of forces right now, that's the problem. He's moved upon Mexico, which falls, which is not good. God damn, he's hard to bloody pin down. Okay, not a great turn for us then. Okay. One enemy unit gets a hit, that's good. Some more reinforcements there. So that's a card draw. Moving into reinforcements. I do have a card here where I could have new forces arrive. I can't afford that really right now. No, I don't. Don't make me play it. Right, if I go income. Okay, so I can just click over here then to forego that. Right, there we go, which is worthwhile, so I needed that. Naval can kind of do what it wants to do. Right. So that would overrun them. Oh, actually no, it would engage in battle. That would also engage in battle. I think we need to re-establish ourselves down here. He has a lot of forces. These are weak forces. I might even potentially bring the reinforcements over here to the north, to like San Antonio. Or even potentially over this way if I could, but that's not likely happening. But San Antonio would be quite nice. Then try and re-establish a second army. Well, establish a second army in the north. This is a large army, but it's beaten up. But we're going to keep on using it. Gotta keep on fighting the good fight. Whenever I can destroy enemy rebel forces, that's a good turn. Right, R25, please hit. Yes, it does in fact hit, which is good. You can see a lot of these forces are beaten up, so I'm going to start taking casualties soon, but we'll hope for the best. Good, that's the second hit there, which is nice. Ah, that's a unit gone. Right, just the one left now. Ideally we can just get hits after hit against it. Yep, there we go. Ideally we just overrun them at this point. It's a victory for us. Right, one elimination, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the problem. We just can't... Yeah. I can't seem to recover these men. So moving to 10-11. Okay. So defeat there. Good, I heard a big choke on it. Right, here's another unit arrived. Goddamn. Okay, I'm hoping he's going to run out of cash. He has spent a lot there. If I can try and reduce the amount of provinces he has, that'd be good. Well, he's moved into here, actually. Siege, so he's going to probably take something here, yep. It's not good because he's taken provinces. I need to take them back. Okay. Card draw. More reinforcements. Oh, wow. Put 2 units up to full strength. Hell yeah. Military hospital sounds amazing right now. That's going to really help us out significantly. It's going to prolong the fightiness, I'm going to call it, of our army for a while. So I do have this. But I don't think I can afford it right now. I need a lot of income before I can use those cards. So I'm only getting 6 now. And maintenance is going to cost me a fortune. It's going to cost me 10. So yeah, it's a good thing we didn't go for that. It's just can't be done. Okay, land movement. It's just one force there, but I might be able to just overrun it. Yep, I can just overrun it. Which in itself is worthwhile doing. Right. Have them garrison there. Can't gauge. Can't move there. Okay. Let's see what happens here. But I think this is where we're going to call it here for today, in fact. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been really quite fun, actually. So this is, oh god, what's it called again? I can't remember how you pronounce it. Libertad or Muerte. I'm terrible with names. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. It is from Avalon Digital, so do go ahead and check that out. Thank you for watching. I will be doing a stream of this on Monday the 15th. So thank you very much. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. Goodbye for now.